Hello students, welcome to tutoringcluster.com. So in this video, we are going to see a very important questions, that is multiple choice questions on unit number 2. The name of the unit is what? Introduction to Thermal Engineering. So basically these are the videos for first year engineering students of most mainly Pune University. Right, so I have already uploaded the MCQs on unit number 1, and also I'm trying to upload the concepts as well as the theory along with the numericals. So whatever necessary topics I feel from exam point of view, I am trying to upload it on YouTube. So this is a very free course. So hope you are enjoying this course, and please, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. It motivates me, and don't forget to like this video. You can join us on Telegram, and also you can find us on Facebook. So let us start with the lecture. So this is a part number 1. So in this we are going to see around 15 questions. So the theory part, this MCQ, these are based on the topics like basics terminology of thermodynamics, then zeroth law of thermodynamics and first law of thermodynamics, along with some numericals on heat engine, refrigerator, and heat pump, the videos of which I have already uploaded. Right, मैंने इसके videos already upload कर दिए. You can find those videos in the playlist. So I will recommend you please go through those videos. Those are very short videos. I am talking to the point. Okay, I'm not extending the videos unnecessarily. So whatever important points are there from exam point of view, I am explaining only those points. So please do watch the videos from unit number 1 as well as from unit number 2. Right, so let us start. So the first question is, in an open system, the mass content of the system remains same. Transfer of mass or energy takes place. There is only mass transfer, even though there may not be any energy transfer, and there is only energy transfer. So when we talk of a system, basically the systems are of three types. So those are what? Open system, closed system, and isolated system. So what are open system? So open systems are those where mass transfer as well as energy transfer takes place between system and surrounding. So both are possible here. In case of closed system, mass transfer is not possible, but energy transfer is possible. While in case of isolated, neither mass transfer nor energy transfer takes place between system and surrounding. So the question is about open system. So yes, there will be both mass transfer as well as energy transfer. It can take place, right? Okay. So let us see the question number 2. The zeroth law of thermodynamics forms the basis of measurement of the following. So zeroth law, it forms the basis of what? Temperature. What it says, let's say you are having a body A which is in thermal equilibrium with body B. Along with this body A, it is also in thermal equilibrium with body C. Then according to zeroth law, you can say B and C are also in thermal equilibrium. So basically zeroth law, I have made a separate video on zeroth law of thermodynamics. You please go through that videos. Your concepts will be clear. It's a very short video, 10 to 15 minutes, but very useful. So basically zeroth law, it forms the basis of temperature measurement. Okay. Then let us see the next question. Okay, again, it's a zeroth law. So it's a statement. Zeroth law of thermodynamics states that, okay, so two thermodynamic systems are always in thermal equilibrium with each other. Okay, just now we have seen, right? So when two systems are in thermal equilibrium with third system, they are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Okay, so the correct answer is D. Okay, so what it says, so basically it talks of thermal equilibrium. So what do you mean by thermal equilibrium? Thermal equilibrium means temperature remains constant. Temperature remains constant. Okay, you have to remember this. And it forms the basis for temperature measurement. Okay, so what it says, when two system when two systems are in thermal equilibrium with third system, they are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Okay, right. Now let us see the next question. Question number 4. A thermodynamic system refers to, okay, any defined region in a space, a specified mass in a fluid flow, a specified region of constant volume, or a prescribed and identifiable quantity of matter. So basically, thermodynamic system, it can be any defined region in a space. So let's say this is your system. Okay, the room in which you are sitting, that can be a system. Outside to that, there will be a surrounding, and this is the boundary, okay, which separates the system from the surrounding, and the total of this is what it forms the universe. So these are the basic terminologies of the thermodynamics, right? What are system, what is surrounding, what are boundary. So I recommend you to please go and watch all my previous videos. Okay, so you can find a separate playlist, right, where I am explaining each and every concepts to the point. Okay, right. So the very simple question, let us see the next. An isolated system, just now we have seen isolated means what? It does not allow neither transfer of energy nor mass across its boundary. Okay, right. Next question. Question number 6. Which of the following is an extensive property? Okay, when we talk of property, it can be either extensive properties or it can be an intensive property. Okay, now what are these? Let us see. So intensive property. So you can see here I. I stands for independent. So intensive properties are independent of mass of system. They are independent. इसका रिवर्स क्या बनेगा? Extensive properties. These are dependent on mass of system. Okay, so what are different examples of extensive properties? Volume. What is volume? Basically, it is mass upon volume, so it is dependent. Then you have kinetic energy, half mv square. So in formula, mass is coming, right? Potential energy, that is also extensive property, right? Then what are intensive properties? For example, pressure, then temperatures, then you are having velocity, acceleration. These are all intensive properties. Those are independent of mass of system. Okay, now one more key point you have to remember: specific extensive property are intensive. For example, specific means, let's say, specific volume. Specific volume means volume divided by mass. Okay, specific enthalpy. So basically enthalpy, it is extensive. Okay, but specific enthalpy means in the denominator you are dividing with mass. Okay, specific enthalpy, it will become intensive. Okay, so what will be the correct answer? Which of the following is a extensive property? The answer to this is volume. Okay, so this is very important. Please, you can note down all these things. Right. So let us see the next question. The extensive property of the system, just now we have seen these are independent. No, these are depend upon the mass of the system. When it is independent, it's a intensive. अब इनिशियल देखो, इनिशियल यहाँ पे क्या आ रहा है? I आ रहा है. I it stands for independent. Okay. So extensive are dependent, intensive are independent. Right. Let us see next question. So I hope you are enjoying this MCQ series. Okay. A system undergoes a process in which heat supplied to the system is 50 kilojoule and work done on the system by surrounding it is 20 kilojoule. The change in internal energy. So basically this is based on first law of thermodynamics. It is based on mathematical expression of first law of thermodynamics. What it says, first law of thermodynamics, basically it is a law of conservation of energy, right? So we have already seen that. So what it says delta Q is equal to delta U plus W. So net heat transfer is equal to change in internal energy plus work transfer. Okay, now so in the previous videos we have talked about sign convention of heat and work. Okay, so sign convention, you can find the video in the playlist. So what are the sign convention for heat? If heat is supplied to the system, it is considered as positive. If heat is supplied to the system, supplied to system, it is considered as positive. If heat is withdrawn from the system or removed from the system, it is considered as negative. Okay, then what about work? If work done by the system is work is done by the system, it is considered as positive. If work is done on the system, it is considered as negative. Now let us see what is given. Okay, I hope sign conventions are clear. These are very important. Okay, now in which heat supplied to the, so heat is supplied to the system, it is to be considered as positive. So 50 kilojoule, which is equal to what you have to find out, change in internal energy. Now work done on the system, so on the system it has to be negative, so minus 20. So what will be delta U? It will be 50 plus 20, it will be 70. What will be unit? Kilojoule. So correct answer is B. Very important, you can expect such type of question. थोड़ा अगर एमसीक्यू को डिफिकल्ट करना है, you can expect such type of question in the exam. Okay, so if you are liking my videos, if you are finding these videos useful, please do like. You can also put, you can write also in the comment section, and don't forget to share with your friends so that they will also get benefited. So let us see the next question. I hope this example is important and is clear to everyone. Now, what is this? For a closed system, the difference between heat added to the system and work done by the system is equal to. So basically, this is again a first law. See, difference between, so what is first law? First law said delta Q is equal to delta U plus W. Now difference between heat added to the system, delta Q, heat, minus work done. What it is? It is nothing but internal energy. It is nothing but internal energy. Okay, this is what? Based on first law of thermodynamics, right? Okay. Okay. Now we have seen heat engine, refrigerator, heat pump. Along with the numerical, we have also seen its block diagram, how to find efficiency of heat engine, what are coefficient of performance, how we calculate coefficient of performance for refrigerator and heat pump. So let's see some MCQ. These are simple MCQ. Which of the following relationship is true for coefficient of performance? So basically we define coefficient of performance for what? Refrigerator and heat pump, if you remember, right? You can find the video in the description box, link of the video in description box. So I have also explained in detail as well as with numericals. So we have solved the numericals step by step. Definitely all those videos are very important. So basically what is COP? COP is defined as desired output, desired output upon work input, upon work input. Okay. So we have also seen this relation, and what it is, COP of heat pump minus COP of refrigerator is equal to 1. Okay. So what will be the correct? COP of heat pump minus COP of refrigerator, it is equal to 1. This is very important question. Please remember this relation. Okay, right. So let us see the next question. Okay, also again a numerical. A cyclic heat engine operates between a source temperature of 927 degrees Celsius and a sink temperature 27 degrees Celsius. What is the maximum efficiency? Okay, so basically cyclic heat engine. What is the block diagram of heat engine? So this is the block diagram, if you remember, right? Okay, so this is basically an engine. This is your source. This is your sink. So it's an engine. It is going to produce some work. So it requires an input Q1, and it is going to reject the heat to the sink. Now what things are given? The source, it is at 927 degrees Celsius. Okay. Sink, this temperature is what? T2. The sink, what is the temperature is given? 27 degrees Celsius. And what you have to find out? You have to find out efficiency of an engine, maximum efficiency. So I have explained you the concept of Carnot engine. If you want to find efficiency of an engine, what is the basic formula? Output divided by input. So what is the output here? W divided by input is Q1. So W we can write as Q1 minus Q2 upon W. Q1 minus Q2 upon W. Right? Okay. Now I have explained you the concept of Carnot engine. If you want to find the maximum efficiency of an engine, what is the formula you can use? You can use 1 minus T2 by T1. Okay. Okay, just a minute. What is denominator? What is there in the denominator? It is Q1. It is what? Q1. Okay. So fine. So you can split this 1 minus Q2 by Q1. Okay. Now this is about Carnot, maximum efficiency. This is what? Maximum efficiency. This is what? Maximum efficiency. Now, I have also told you that you have to take this temperature in Kelvin only. So 927 plus 273. So it will be 1200 Kelvin. 27 plus 273. It will be 300 Kelvin. So this will be 1 minus T2. What is T2? 300 divided by T1. It is 1200. So 1 minus 1 by 4. What is 1 by 4? 0.25. Okay, so this will be 0.75. Now efficiency is always expressed in what? Percentage. So 0.75 into 100. So it will be 75%. This is your answer. So correct answer is C. Okay, so in detail I have already explained. So that's why I am not going thoroughly, very detailed, right? So hope this example is clear to everyone. You can expect such small bits MCQs in the exam. Okay, these are not time consuming, right? You can quickly solve it. Also the calculations are very easy, right? Okay, so hope this example is clear. This is important one. So let us see the next question number 12. What it says: first law of thermodynamics furnishes the relationship between heat and work, heat work properties of system, various properties of system, various thermodynamics. What is first law of thermodynamics? Delta Q is equal to delta U plus W. So it is heat is there, work is there. Now what is this internal energy? I have explained you. So basically internal energy, it is what? Energy possessed by the molecules. Okay, so it can be a kinetic energy of a molecule, it can be linear kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, or it may have the potential energy of the molecules. So basically the properties of system are also included. This explains what? Internal energy. Basically it explains you the properties. Okay, so the correct answer is what? First law of thermodynamics. Basically it gives the relationship between not only heat and work, along with third parameter is also there, delta U. So that also you have to take into consideration. So it is what? Properties of system. Okay, right. So let us see the question number 13. Again an example. A refrigerator and heat pump operates between same temperature. Limits COP of heat pump. So COP of an heat pump, how much it is? 4. You have to find the COP of an refrigerator. Just now we have seen COP of an heat pump minus COP of an refrigerator, it is equal to 1. Right. So what is given now? COP of heat pump, it is 4 minus COP of refrigerator, it is equal to 1. So you can take this here and you can bring 1 here. So 4 minus 1, it will be 3. COP of refrigerator, it is what? Equal to 3. Right? Okay. Let us see the next question. The first law of thermodynamics is the law of, okay, it's a what? Law of conservation of energy. So what is the statement? Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can be converted from one form to another form, and total energy of the system, it remains constant. Okay, so basically it is a law of conservation of energy, right? Okay, the last question from this part. The first law of thermodynamics asserts that the following is a thermodynamic property. So basically first law, delta Q is equal to delta U plus W. So basically it defines the internal energy. Okay, so correct answer is option number B. Right? So hope you have understood all the 15 questions. So basically these were based on whatever things we have studied previously. Still, if you are new to my subscribe channel, you can go and watch all the videos. Also, you can find the MCQs of unit number 1. I have explained you in detail, as well as please do the numericals of unit number 1 as well as the numericals of heat engine, refrigerator and heat pump. Right? Still, the heat transfer, the theory part of heat transfer, I will be completing maybe in 2 or 3 days. So till then, please hit the notification bell so that whenever I am uploading the video, you will get the message of it. And please share with your friends also. You can join us on Telegram channel. You can also download all the handwritten notes of systems in mechanical energy. The link, those are free, right? So you can find the links of those notes also is given in the description box. And please subscribe my YouTube channel. It motivates me a lot. And if you are liking my videos, please you can write in the comment box, or you can reach us on Facebook page as well as on Telegram. Thank you.